control tower. And our air boss to our right here, as a matter of fact. He's incredible to listen and watch. Inland Press, Jet Number 4, Eagle Aerospace, Marriott Rondas. There it goes, the airplane.
On the takeoff roll right now. Watch the nose come up on this aircraft. 25 degrees nose up. This is the Airbus A400M. Now, Airbus makes a lot of airliners, right? You may have flown on one. This has some similarities with some Airbus aircraft in that the cockpit in this airplane is very much like the cockpit on an A380 passenger jet. Its tactical airlift mission capability includes delivery of personnel and goods directly into the theaters of operation. That includes landing on the frontline air bases or even on grass, Dennis.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and strategic airlift mission capability. Yeah, flying the airplane today from the German Air Force. The pilot in command is René Herr. The pilot in the other seat is Daniel Curtin. The safety pilot today is Sebastian Sloth. And the loadmaster is Arne Line.
You're saving gates.
That's right.
Dankeschön for their flying.
They expect eventually to have 43 of these aircraft, but let's watch and listen to the A400 Atlas from the German Air Force. The A400M is able to land and take off on short, soft, and rough, unprepared airstrips in under 2,500 feet, while delivering up to 55,000 pounds of payload with enough fuel on board for a 500 nautical mile return trip. Yeah, they do indeed. And with the automation that exists in Airbus aircraft, so many of the task saturation duties are lightened because of significant computer automation that has been proven over the years by Airbus.
What do the pilots say about flying with instead of the stick through between your legs? What is it like to fly with a side stick? What do they say?
It's no big deal. Left-hand stick controller and no obstruction for the instrument panel, so the view of the instruments is perfect.
Interesting design.
That's a refueling probe. That allows, that can be extended farther out so that it can take gas. Well, yeah, it's a rather indelicate term for this. It's called passing gas.
Passing gas.
Yeah. So, aircraft, be it a Growler or Hornet or Super Hornet or whatever it happens to be, has a refueling probe on the front of the aircraft. Not quite like, but similar to what we see on the A400 today. And that is literally floating into the basket, and then the flow of fuel can take place. That basket's about 3 feet in diameter, and so they have to fly in very, very careful in close formation to do it.
As long as they don't need maintenance, I guess they can keep flying forever, right? All the fuel they need.
Eventually, you got to change the oil.
Yeah, you got to
change the tire or whatever. As it comes to a stop in just a couple of thousand feet, we again thank René Herr, Daniel Curtin, Sebastian Sloth, and Arne Line, the flight crew of the Luftwaffe A400M. Now let's watch as they prepare to spool up these turboprop engines, jet engines that turn propellers. This is the A400M Atlas from the German Air Force. Watch them pitch the nose up almost 20 degrees before they level off. The Atlas has a triple threat in terms of its capabilities. It has the tactical airlift mission capability to deliver personnel and goods directly into the theaters of operation.
This is what doesn't do that. You'll see this. Watch this aircraft make the bank in. This is quite a view of quite an incredible aircraft that's brought to us here by the folks from the Luftwaffe, who we remember from many, many years ago, but they're different now.
We're friends now.
We're friends now, you betcha. Look at the front of that. It's amazing.
Now take a look at the shape of the aircraft as well. Cargo door open. You can see the probe on the front. That will actually extend farther out. Oh, it sure is, yeah.
All right.
It can travel at speeds of over 560 miles an hour, fly distances of over 4,800 nautical miles.
That's a fast aircraft.
Yeah, it is. Well, especially as you were saying yesterday, Dennis, because it's a turboprop. It's not a turbofan. It's not a jet.
Yeah.
The jet engines turn those 8-bladed propellers.
Yeah.
Currently, the Luftwaffe has 36 of these airplanes, and this is the newest, number 36. The vapors on top of the wing when it went by. Now we're going to see the A400 set up for landing. It can land in a very short space because they can actually, well, they call it reverse props. They go beta with the props.
Right.
And they become, from pullers, they become pushers.
Yeah, exactly. He's doing a steep approach too. This will be a short landing, steep approach. Watch him land this aircraft right on the numbers on runway 23 right. And come to a pretty quick stop here. I mean, you'll be able to let it roll out, but this is a short approach and a steep approach. That's what it looks like. You greased it on yesterday, you did it again today. Beautiful.
Now listen to the noise when they reverse the propellers, turn them from pullers into pushers. That's about as concentrated.
Very good idea, very quiet aircraft.
And it is known as the Atlas, nicknamed the Atlas for its heavy lift capability, the A400M, and it is from the German Air Force. I want you to take a look at it. If you are familiar at all with American cargo aircraft, it resembles in some respects with its big T-tail both the C-5 Galaxy and the C-17 Globemaster III, but this one's a lot different because it doesn't have straight jets. It's got propellers on it.
It's incredible. The propellers, 8 propellers as a matter of fact on those engines, and you can really tell the curved propellers too, which changes the sound, the dynamics of the sound at least. And so you can't really hear this aircraft like you hear some of the other turboprop aircraft. This one is supremely quiet aircraft.
Indeed it is.
Phenomenal takeoff, always.
Gets the nose up to about 20 degrees nose high and then pushes it over. And it's as a receiver aircraft, not a tanker aircraft, but let's take a look. It's the A400M Atlas. That's its name. To be put into the basket, if you will, in the probe.
Another photo opportunity coming your way.
right, look at the wings that are folded up on the Corsair that we saw fly. And now they're being folded back down. Scott Yoke doing a demonstration of how they make room on the deck of an aircraft carrier for more airplanes. They all have wings that fold, even the Navy's Growlers and the Super Hornets and the Hornets and all the other aircraft flown by the United States Navy. Their tilt rotor aircraft have the mechanisms to